What is up, guys? It is the Bluebloods here, and man, this guy, of course, needs no introduction to my side. Zafir Kelly, man, first team All MEAC selection, part of what I think is the best cornerback duo in the FCS with him and our guy Jacoby Durant, as well as an HBCU Legacy Bowl invite, and also two-time MEAC conference champion, and of course, 2021 Celebration Bowl champion. So, Zafir, man, appreciate you coming on the show.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
So let's go way back, man. I know you're about to head to the NFL draft and everything, but coming out of high school, what was that process like for you and which schools were recruiting you the hardest?
Uh, it was really like a up and down process. I actually was eligible for to play in college real late, like around I want to say like November. Everybody was committing by then and getting all these offers, so it was up and down process. I didn't talk to where I thought I was going was Miami of Ohio, but that didn't fall through. Talked to App a little bit, talked to like a good bit of D2 schools, JUCOs, and South Carolina State really came about like last. Like they was the last school to really talk to me, and then like they just offered me right after the conversation. Like maybe a couple of days later, uh, after I talked to them, that's when I just did my research and I just seen the history that was here. So it's like it caught my attention for real, and that's
Man,
what
for
made me.
sure. Hey, it paid off in a big way, man. A great career, and I know there was one season in particular, man, and the MEAC had it arguably worse than anybody because the MEAC pretty much just scrapped almost the whole season when COVID hit, and there was a lot of uncertainty about eligibility, players coming back. Could you practice? Could you prepare? Should you transfer? For you, how hard was the COVID season on you, and how hard was it for South Carolina State as a program?
Me personally, it definitely like limited me to a lot of stuff. Weight rooms was closed around my area. We got sent home early when COVID first came about. We was just about to start practice that following week, so we was on spring break. They told us we couldn't come back, so we had to stay home. Like I said, the weight rooms was closed, so that was another little, a little loss for me. But at the same time, I kind of made do what I had. Like I know I couldn't go to the gym and just get a full workout in. I had to go like just basic stuff. So I mean, that was one of the challenges, honestly. Um, Another one for the team, it was just like who gonna stay, who gonna leave. Like that was really what we was dealing with at the moment. Everybody ended up coming back except for one player. He went to Illinois, my boy Rod. So we lost one player through that, but man, it was a crazy little situation. Like left and right, we coming back. Then they turn around, we not coming back. Like it was nerve wracking, honestly.
Man, I couldn't imagine not even knowing if I was gonna be able to play in a calendar year. Other teams had somehow played a full season or 2 full seasons in a calendar year. So, man, I shout out to all the FCS athletes for finding a way to deal with that, but it paid off for you guys, man. Let's just be honest. This 2021 South Carolina State team was special, and you guys achieved a lot: of MEAC championship, a Celebration Bowl championship. Looking back, though, man, what made this unit so special?
Uh, Really the relentlessness, honestly. If you cut on the film, we got dogs across the board, man. I'm talking about from D line to the secondary, and then I mean, that's just self-explanatory. If you look at our defense, we caused a lot of turnovers this season. We was ranked in the FCS and a good bit of stats. So I mean, that tell it all. Like I said, the offense, they had a rocky start, but they came to play when we needed them to play. So it was just really like it was just a team just relentless, honestly.
Man, you guys were, and I mean, it starts with, of course, the defense, man, and that was really the identity of South Carolina State. If you ask a lot of people, was that defense, and you guys go into the Celebration Bowl. Nobody in the media was picking you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone was saying Jackson State's running through them. We got this big offense with of course Shador, and they're putting up 30 plus points a game. What was the defensive game plan for you guys going into that? And when you were watching film, what did you see that you could exploit?
Uh, the plan was really to put pressure on him. Like, ain't nobody really putting no pressure on him. He was just sitting back there, just throwing the ball. So we was really like, let's see how he work under pressure. Like, and then really, if you go back to the Southern game, Southern and Fam really did like a good job. I mean, they still lost, but like they had a good couple plays like from both teams where they put pressure on him. And then when it comes to the passing game, like uh the, the receivers, they weren't facing no DBs that was really like, you know, pressing, playing the ball hard with them. Like, I mean, you'll catch a couple plays here and there, but it was like that's the main thing I really saw was like you play ball with them, it's gonna be a 50-50 game. You allow them to make the play, then yeah, they're gonna make the play. So really the plan was, put pressure on him and challenge the receivers outside.
Man, and you guys did just that, and the offense came through in that second half with a giant performance, man. But we know that you and Jacoby Durant, I mentioned it before, I think it's the best DB duo in FCS football. So, what made you guys such a dynamic duo, and like how close was that DB room with you guys in it?
Man, we all close. Like we all close, man. They're my boys. They're really my brothers, man. But me and him specifically, we we just brought a different approach to the game. Like him, you cut on the tape, he physical. Like he physical, you ain't gonna outrun him. Uh, and he played the ball well. Like 13 picks, speed for itself. Then me, I just brought length, speed, technique, and then I could play the ball. So it was like either way it goes, you throw the ball wrong, we gonna pick it.
That most teams it's like, okay, we're gonna avoid this side of the field. With you guys, it was like you throw to the left, you throw to the right, it don't matter. You have a problem. And I think I was looking at your advanced analytics. You had almost 3 times as many plays on the ball than you even allowed touchdowns in your career. It was just like
Hmm.
ridiculous looking at that, and same for Jacoby as well. But your career at South Carolina State, man, has come to an end. You're headed to the NFL. Looking back, what letter grade would you put on your career at South Carolina State?
Uh, I put a B plus. It's things I could have did better. Of course you're gonna think that after a game, but a B plus just for the mere fact. If you look, I mean, I ain't finished a lot of plays here and there, so I give myself a B though.
Hey, that's fair enough, and you got some rings to go along with it too, some All-American
Yeah.
awards. Can't be mad at that. But we know before the Celebration Bowl, a lot of people were just kind of overlooking all. Then after all this praise and adulation for head coach Buddy Pough came out, and we know what a legendary guy he is. But for you, man, behind the scenes, what's his relationship like with the players, and what makes him such a successful head coach?
Um, what make him successful, man? He old school. Like if anybody know him, played for him, or even just come to our practices, like you see, he old school. So he got old ways, and a lot of stuff come from like how you dress. He big on that. Like we can't come out there with ankle socks on. He gonna send you back. If you come back out there with ankle socks on, he gonna send you back to the room. You do it again, you going to the crib. Like he back in the day, man. So like it's just the little stuff, and then like I said, that's where it really start. He definitely is the little stuff always matter. Like it outweigh the big stuff, but that's what I feel like make him one of the best coaches because the little things that some coaches just let slide, he don't go for.
Man, and we're about to get into the Legacy Bowl experience you had, but real quick, what did it mean to play under Coach Pugh one more time and even go out with another W in the inaugural HBCU Legacy Bowl?
Oh man, it was really like great. This I mean we ended on the dub with the Celebration Bowl, but just to play with him one more time, like him being my coach, it was cool, man. Cause it's like if you see this, he love winning. That one thing about him, he don't like losing. So it's like just to get him another dub on the first ever, Legacy Bowl. So like just to start him off with that, I feel like yeah, that was probably another good moment.
Man, for sure. And listen, I got to be at a lot of the practices and see all the work you guys put in, saw all the scouts on the sidelines talking to you guys and really actually putting in effort, which was really great to see. But what was some of the feedback that you got from the scouts at the Legacy Bowl?
Uh, it was it was good feedback. Truthfully, I mean, it wasn't too much being said like what was going on, but it was real good. They like what they saw out there. I mean, I'm thankful to be a part of that. They was mainly just talking about like me personally, how I could run at my length, and they was liking that a lot. Like I was technical with a lot of stuff, so I feel like that's what really mostly that was talking about.
Man, and you guys brought great energy too, man. The
Yeah.
practices, man. You guys were talking. You guys were letting, man. The DBs on your guys' squad was consistently giving the wide receivers all the work, man. It was really great to see,
Yeah.
man. But looking back to your freshman year, I want you to kind of break down how has your game evolved from freshman year to the guy I'm talking to right now.
Uh, it took a big major step, honestly. From watching film, how I approach practice, how I approach games, and how I really took care of myself. Like it was, it's a big difference. Like then I'm, high school kid. I ain't really like. I'm just like it ain't nothing. Like I see it, I remember it. Now when I finally like started bringing out film, I knew what the team was doing before they even said hike. Like I knew it was coming. Like for instance, Morgan. It was like third and long. And I remember this one set, they had take a shot play out of it. He threw a post, just played over top, intercepted it. Like, and then another one, that same game, when you press a lot on them, they'll check it to a fade, single side if it was FSL. So it was like when I intercepted that too. So it was like when if I was a freshman then in that same position, I probably wouldn't have knew that. Like I wasn't really critical about the film I am now. Mindset wise, like I say, I took practice more serious. Really, if you practice hard, you'll play hard, and at the same time, it's like you'll feel more comfortable when it comes to game time because you prepared. And then, like body wise, just stretching a lot. I never stretched my freshman year. Like you would not catch me after a game, before a game. Like I stretch when we had to stretch. Like I wouldn't stretch on my own. Now, like I stretch on my own, or it's just a lot of stuff I wouldn't have did then that I would like I'm doing now. So like mentally, like I matured. Uh, I understood like going well to this point now. Like, I understand why they say take care of your body, watch film, like stuff like that. Because I'm telling you, it's like that'll pay off in the long run.
Man, it definitely will, man. I like the stretching thing because everyone just was like, "Man, why are you stretching?" And it's like you got to,
Mm,
or
yeah.
trust me. I wish I was as an O lineman. I wish I was more into stretching when I was playing. But man, looking at your game, looking at the NFL now, which NFL player do you feel like you model your game after the most?
Uh, Really, Denzel. I like the way he play. His technique. He like if you cut on the film, he real technical. Like he play with his feet. I play with my feet. Um, I really like. I model a lot after him, but I also, when it come to like playing the ball, just like having just that nose for the ball. I look at Diggs a lot. Howard. I like them guys right there. Of course, Ramsey, but yeah, he a different,
He's
one of a
different.
kind. Yeah, so it's like
He's
a
different.
lot of them. Like I pick little pieces out of their little bag, and I try to imitate it. And if it worked for me, I'll just put it in mine.
Hey man, I love it. Hey, shout out to Xavier Howard. Me being a Dolphins fan, love to see him get some love. Feel like
Yeah,
he's so underrated as a corner, man. They just because he
definitely.
plays down there in Miami. But man, I was very superstitious on game days. I had to have my pregame stuff at like down to a T. But for you,
Yeah.
what's your pregame routine on game days?
Uh, Pregame. I gotta wake up and start listening to Young Boy. I got to. I wake up listening to him. Some like I massage my with my massage gun and just really like lock in. Like I don't really say too much on game that like I say like what up stuff like that. A little short conversation, but I try to like zone everybody out. And then after that, I gotta have I gotta have some sunflower seeds. I gotta have some sunflower seeds. Right after that, then I have a body armor, and then just listening to Young Boy, a little bit of Boosie, Young Jeezy. You know, I start going back to like back in the day music, like Jadakiss, stuff like that. So I got like that's something I gotta have every time.
No, I feel you. The music's a must. Anyone who don't listen to music before games, I really question how they get ready because you
Exactly.
have to have it blaring. But man, I always tell defensive guys, especially DBs on the show, every wide receiver I've had on here throws you guys on the bus. They blame you for all the trash talk. They blame you for everything. Anything that happens, it's always the DB's fault. So for you, man, how big of a trash talker are you during the game?
Oh, I talk. I talk. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, sometimes I don't talk like right off the muscle, but if I don't say nothing and you say something to me, now I'm on your head the whole game. Uh, but sometimes I don't really say much. Sometimes it just all depends like how locked in I am. Like I be locked in. But if I'm like Celebration Bowl, I don't even think I really said anything till like the end of the game. Cause like I ain't really care about that. We was more so trying to prove a point than sit here and win the talking game. So that's like a 80. I give it an 80 out of 100. I,
So if you're at 80 out of 100, who is the 100 out of 100 on your team? Who's the biggest trash talker?
oh, Jalen Barr and BJ Davis. Oh, them boys got me beat
The whole game, huh? With them, the whole game.
the whole game. The whole game. Jalen Evans
Oh,
too. The whole
oh man,
game.
I love it. There's always somebody on the team that you're just like, I thought I was a trash talker, but man, it just
Yeah,
unstoppable. But
them boys got
man,
me
I'm
beat.
sure. I'm sure there's a lot of wide receivers who are watching this now being like, I wish this question would have been asked before I had to play this guy. But what is the number one mistake a wide receiver can make against you?
Uh, Tell me they route. If you run your route the same from the last week and like throughout the season, I'm gonna jump your route. Cause like that's the worst thing you could do. Like at that point, I wouldn't even play you no more. I'm just play the ball.
Oh man, and I know that's the biggest thing for wide receivers, man. It's so hard to make every single route look the same, and I mean, that's
Hmm
what separates the greats from just the average. But to give a little bit of credit, man, we've been dogging on the offensive side of the ball all episode. Who's the best offensive player you've had to face one on one?
Um, from other teams or
You can give me one on your team, one on the other team.
one from my team. It's really a tie between these two, but Wolverine and Demontrez Burrows. Yeah, Burrows. They was tough. I ain't gonna lie. I had to be on my P's and Q's. Uh, from other teams, hmm, I think I ain't gonna lie. It had to be between my boy from Bethune, number one.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
Kamari Everett.
yeah, that's a big frame, but him, either him or I don't really even know. Him and 19 from fam. Yeah. He
Oh
different.
yeah, X.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
different.
Oh yeah,
So
man. Both
between
those
them
guys. I
two,
mean, man, I'm telling you, but like Kamari with being like 6'6", like 250. I mean, that's just ridiculous that he's out there doing what he's doing, man. So
yeah.
I like that answer. But man, final question here. I'm sure you got asked this already at the Legacy Bowl and just talking to NFL teams. But if an NFL franchise asks you what they're going to get in Zafir Kelly if they draft you in April, what do you tell them?
A ball, somebody willing to work, um, who gonna do the work, so whether you looking or not looking. And really just somebody that got passion for the game. You feel me? Passion and just want to be great.
Man, I like that clarification because it's real easy to work when the coach is right there, making you work out. But like you said, behind the scenes, man, still putting in that work. But man, Zafir, I appreciate you coming on the show, man. Celebration Bowl champion, great career at South Carolina State, man. But this is all about promoting the players. So where can people find you on social media? Anything you need to plug, shout outs, man, this time is yours.
Uh, I don't even know my Instagram like that, but it's like Z with two E's dot zero dot like two or three underscores, I think. And then my Twitter is Zafir underscore Kelly 0. Snap, I don't really be on my Snap, but hey, it's Z underscore honey. That's all it is. HUNNID.
Man, guys, it'll also be on the thumbnail and linked in the bio below, man. But Zafir, congratulations, man. Good luck on your NFL draft process. And guys, make sure to go follow him on all social media. And of course, when he gets to the NFL, buy a jersey, get the merch, and support my guy over here. But for
Definitely.
Zafir, myself, and the Blue Bloods guys, we are out for right now.